Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be analyzing Bitcoin and Ethereum against US dollar. We'll be focused mostly on the short-term strategy. So short-term forecast for both the first two most capitalized cryptocurrency in the world. So let's start with Bitcoin. Here we have a daily chart. As we can see here, actually the trend is absolutely up. Okay, so we are in an uptrend. I was waiting actually for retracement, for a deep retracement from this area, 14,000 US dollar. We have seen here the top at 14,000 US dollar. Actually, we have double top. I'm using here the Kinashi. Normally, I use the Japanese candle. We can even spot switch for the Japanese candle in order to better visualize the double top. It will be easier. Here we have seen an engulfing bearish, again the second one with the double top. However, coming back to the Ekinashi, which are better in order to realize, in order to visualize, okay, the real trend, what we see here is a series of 7 bearish candles, okay, then a doji candle, and now we have a long white candle. Actually, this long white candle seems to be isolated, so I will not be very, let's say, I'm not very shocked from this kind of candles. Is the distance between the high and the low is not a big one. Okay, so I will not expect for now. Okay, something really great. Even because we don't see any kind of pattern of particular pattern. And by the way, here we've seen an increase in volumes. So we might have a sort of small POC, point of control. So we could see a retracement from this area. Also, once we analyze the MACD, we see that the fast moving average is widening out. Well, actually, after the first kiss, okay, when the fast moving average goes against the slow moving average in this way, okay, touching or slightly touching the slow moving average, generally we say that it's a kiss. Okay, so now we have seen then a widening out for the two moving average, and now what we see here is the first pink MACD histogram. However, the histogram is below the zero, so which is actually something negative. But what we should always look at is the MACD above the zero. Okay, the two moving average, as we see here, okay, from February 2019 here, are still above the zero line. Okay. Which is extremely positive. While if we spot, okay, if we switch and we use the 4-hour charts, we will see that here the MACD, the two moving average, the slow and the fast one, are below the zero, okay, which is a negative sign. Now we see the histogram are positive. So what we have, we might see in the short term, okay, after a long series of long black candle, here we've seen two interesting volumes, okay, first one and second one. So these two volumes are creating a small point of control, which means what I've been saying before, we might see a little retracement. However, the MACD is still below the zero line. Okay, so until we will not see the MACD like in this scenario, okay, or in this one, which is much more interesting, okay, until we will not see the two moving average, okay, moving above the zero line. Actually, we should consider this just like a small and simple retracement. Okay, so let's now we could use also the RSI in order to see if the Bitcoin actually recognized the oversold area. Okay, so let's have a look here. Okay, relative strength index. And what happened here? Actually, it seems it is recognizing the this area, the oversold area. However, how I've been saying many times, okay, and I've been teaching on my forex book, Forex the Holy Grail. Okay, while the underlying instrument, in this case the Bitcoin, moves in a trend, okay, while in this case Bitcoin moves in a trend, every time the RSI moves in oversold area, sorry, that is a very bearish movement. Okay, that is very bearish signal. What we expected to see the movement going on that direction. Okay, however, in this case, expect a small retracement just because we see small candles. Okay, the distance between the high and the low is not so big. Okay, so let's give some level. Level are still the same that I've been suggesting in my previous analysis. So this is the actually the area where I see the Bitcoin going and then retracing, which is between 9,000 and 7,500. However, it seems to be quite interesting here the scenario, since actually we have this candle. Let's spot now to the Japanese candle to have a better vision. Actually, here we see that a low actually on the top of this X resistance, which is now a support, which might suggest that maybe we've seen the low for now. I'm not really convinced 100%. Let's now have a look what will happen here with the histogram. Okay, with the histogram, let's see if we have two pink ascending histogram, which is a positive signal, and still the MACD is still positive. Again, what we should see, I was absolutely right when here I detected a point of control. I've been warning you followers about the possible retracement, okay, in the short term, which suggests me that maybe this retracement is not over yet. I still think that we have space, okay, we should have space to see the price of Bitcoin going to 7,500. Also, we will see here that actually the Bollinger Bands are diverging between each other, which is a negative signal, even if here we have a long black candle, a small doji, and then a long white candle, which is actually bullish pattern. However, what is really interesting are those volumes. One, okay, here in February 19, second one in April 19, this area here, okay, in May, and of course this point of control, which is in this case is a negative one. Now let's have a look to Ethereum. Actually, so this is for our chart. Again, here as well we have Aikinashi. Let's have a look to these two volumes. Those two volumes are the most important one. 1, 2, okay, with a long tail here. Actually, and third one here. So we always should see some important increase in volumes, okay? And what we see here is that histogram are positive. However, the MACD, the 2 moving average, are absolutely below the zero. Okay, this is a 4-hour chart. So what we retrieve from this analysis is that we might see, because of the volumes, a retracement, so a movement up. Okay, so what we want to see here is a diverging, okay, is a widening out of the Bollinger Band. However, since the MACD is below the zero, I don't expect a huge movement, okay, a huge retracement. So we might see a movement at this area, actually 275, 280 US dollar, okay. However, then we will understand if Ethereum will start again with his bullish trend, because Ethereum is moving in a bullish trend, absolutely 100% in a bullish trend. So my medium and long term trend is absolutely in favor of Ethereum. So Ethereum is a strong buy. However, for the short term, we are going to actually we're going to fight, okay, with this area 270, 280 US dollar. Okay, this will be the test for the short term. So what expect for the short term is absolutely, okay, is 9, 8, 9, okay, out of 10 a movement up until this area. Okay, then we should see a retracement again. Okay, and from there we will know if Ethereum will start again with its movement up. Let's have a look now to the daily chart. What we see immediately here is that Ethereum actually is weaker than Bitcoin. And also, while the MACD, the 2 moving average for the Bitcoin, were above the zero, here we have for the first time the Ethereum with the moving average below the zero, which is actually a negative sign, quite negative sign. But okay, the 2 moving averages are far from each other. So what I expect to see is a movement, a retracement, So for the short term retracement for Ethereum, long term we are up, but still we have to fight with the 270 US dollar area. Thank you.